Greetings ladies and gents. This is going to be a quick tutorial answering two questions that I've been asked. I want to try and keep my chatter to a minimal because I've only got 10 minutes to answer these questions. The first one being how to make your characters walk in a diagonal manner, and the second one is how to make your characters turn. I'll start off with number one, which is probably going to be rather difficult for me to explain, but in order for you to follow along with this tutorial and trying to replicate what you see, you either need WoW Map Viewer or to be logged online. If you're online, use your mouse wheel, scroll in so you're in first person view, and hit your Alt and Z key to hide your interface. You should have a setup similar to this. Please ignore this glitching. I'm using Camtasia Studio to record this tutorial and WoW Map Viewer does not like it. Okay, the reason I didn't originally make a tutorial and the reason why I avoid doing diagonal shots is because you are technically screwed, because there's only a handful of angles you can do. If you hold your S and D key, you'll move at this angle. If you hold your W and D key, you'll move at that angle, and if you hold your A and W key, you'll move at this angle, and lastly, if you hold your S and A key, you'll move at this angle. That's all you got. It's the only way you can this is all you've got to work with. Those are the only diagonal angles you can do, which means that when you go into Model Viewer, you're going to have to position your character model in a certain way as well. Now you're probably confused at the moment, so I'll try and fix this little problem. So let's say I want to make my character move in a diagonal manner. I'd first have to choose what angle I want to go at. So I'm probably going to hold my S and D key to make it move like this. I'll also slow the movement down a bit. So I'll hit record and we move. I'll get a few seconds and then I will stop. What I'll do then is I'll import this footage into Sony Vegas. I will also stretch it so it fits within the preview window. Now the thing is, I now need to record the Warcraft model walking in a way where it fits the background, which is not something I like to do. And as you can see, the background's moving in this way, which means that I'll choose the walk animation and I need to guess. That's right, I have to guess the position and which would be the most ideal, because if I do it too much in this way, it'll look irregular, and it's the same if I record it too much in this angle. So you kind of need to feel it out, and sometimes I record multiple walk cycles until I got the right one, but I've done this quite a few times and I got a good feel for it. So if I just play the animation, I would say this angle is probably the most suitable. So I'll hit record, just get a few good seconds. That's that done. I shall now toss this into Sony Vegas, stretch the Z footage. I'm also going to key out the blue colour. If you're wondering how to do this, I've already got tutorials addressing this, which is why I'm not going to explain. I'm also going to trim the first few seconds because there's a brief lag. So when I now play the footage, the character is now walking at a diagonal angle along with the background. It's the only way I know how to do this. It is crude as hell, to be fair, but it's the only thing that works. And it does work quite well if you manage to, record your model at the correct angle. So you've only got essentially a handful of angles to work with, and after that it's all down to how you record your character model footage. That's really all there is to it. There's not much else I can actually do. This is why I always record stuff left to right, or stuff coming towards the screen or away from the screen. So I hope that addresses question number one. If you want me to explain in more detail, or if you've got a better solution, if you can please tell me, I'd be more than happy to just make another updated version of this tutorial. So that covers question number one. I'm going to take a brief break so I can formulate how to answer question number two. So there'll be a slight pause. Okay, ladies and gents, moving on to question number two. And in order to do that, well, it's actually quite easy. What you need first is to have the walk animation selected, and you'll notice when you have this animation selected, if you look at your arrow keys. If you hit them, you can make a character move backwards, forwards, and turn left and right. So I'm sure you've already put 2 and 2 together, because when you hit play, all you got to do is hit your arrow keys and then make them turn within the model viewer. Try to avoid the edges, because if you record it, your character will suddenly just slice off the screen. So try and keep it within the box, like so. So for example, if I just, I'll have him staying about here. I'll hit record, let's say now. So he turns again. And he'll just come towards the screen and bugger off. So what I can do then is I'm just going to do some new background footage. So I'll just record a few seconds of that. Grab my new footage, toss that into Sony Vegas. I'm going to stretch the footage so it fits. Just going to add the chroma key effect to get rid of the blue background, and just going to stretch this out. Obviously this is not the appropriate background to use, because the character is currently hovering in the freaking air. And he's like the size of a gnome. Heck, he's the size of a freaking imp. But this is for illustration purposes. So he'll start walking. And towards the screen. And he's gone. Now to make it a bit more clearer, I'm just going to reduce the quality. Select this, and I'm just going to buffer this into the RAM. So it'll play a bit slower, and you can see each frame a bit more clearer. And that's really, to make characters turn, that's all you actually need. It's actually that simple. And it works pretty damn accurately, I gotta say. So if I play it one more time now it's fully buffered, it'll play smoothly now at the highest frame rate. So you can get smooth turns, and it's accurate as hell. And that's it. So I hope that has answered the 2 questions that I was asked. If you have any questions yourself, please feel free. Stretching. Please feel free to post in the comment section, give me a PM, or you can make a thread on the Hybrid Machinima forums explaining in detail what question you need answered. And if you also got an example, if you could show me an example of what exactly it is you're trying to do, it'd make it easy for me to respond to. So that is all from me for now. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.